Good evening. I'm Joe Netherworld, and I'm here with the Daily Tarot Card Reading for January 17th, 2014. And I'm going to attempt to shuffle some cards. My very shop-worn and ancient set of Aquarian tarot cards. People ask me what deck I use. I use the Aquarian for general readings. I use the Aquarian deck. So look at this from the back. They're very bold, very reinvented images, based, of course, on the classic tarot images. And then some of my other cards I like to read for individuals that I need to deal with very esoteric and emotional issues. I use Gustav Klimt's deck. I don't know if you can see it. Based on the artist Gustav Klimt, one of my favorite artists. They're gold foil leafed and very beautiful cards, but they're very esoteric and not based on too much of the traditional tarot card images. They're all here, you know, the cups and pentacles and things like that, swords and the major arcana and all that, but they're a little bit more esoteric, spiritual, and they help with individuals. You know, there's a big difference between a general read, which I'm doing here for the world, for the general forces that are dealing with the day, and then I do specific reads for people, and that's why if you need to, you can call me on my key number, and I do reads over the phone, and I do reads here at the house for select invited individuals who've kind of passed the interview process with me, and I let them come into my house, and we do some readings here. The difference is great in that one sense, what means something to the world means something very different to an individual. So I like to keep this. I like to keep these on here to kind of pick up the charge, and rarely will I pick one of these cards up and go, "Oh, this is what's going on here." Mainly, these images are very emotional, and they reflect on the people. So that's something that you need to be in front of the spread in the read. Right now, we're sitting here in part of my dining room, and I like to sit in different. Every month, I try to change the location a little bit to get different energy, different vibe, different feel. And once we get to spring and summer, I'm gonna go outside to my witch house and by my koi pond and get some summertime energy and some God knows, you know, between like crows and the blue jays and other birds and animals outside. We never know what might happen if I set this up outdoors. Looking forward to that. But for now, we're going to look forward to today's reading and our main card and so on and so forth and our other qualifier cards. All right. Clumsy shuffle, but that's all. Every day, you know, there's an energy in the air, and some days it's a real slick, smooth energy, and the cards just kind of lay themselves out. Other days, there's almost like they're fighting. And I think for a general read, there is a fight sometimes. There could be 2 or 3 different reads for the day. It's hard to get that, you know, specific sort of general vibe. But today's main card is the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is a couple setting up their home, setting up, they're getting their financial institutions and money all in a row. This is sort of like a home buying card. It's about getting your mortgage and your house. But there's a youth in the card, the child of the card, is looking back, looking towards the reader, saying, don't you remember when it was easier in life and we didn't have these responsibilities and didn't have these, they're exciting, yes, and we're excited to have a new home and we're going to get everything together and start our lives. But don't you remember when it was easier when you just had to go to school and worry about what you had for lunch, what your mom was making you to eat, you know, what cartoons you wanted to watch when you got home from class. So there's a warning and a reminder that nostalgia sometimes can control us, and sometimes it's just nice that we could sit back and go, yeah, it was easier. We didn't have these responsibilities, and yes, I have all these things I want, but I also like not having to worry about anything. So we have that on the one side. We have the Nine of Rods, which is getting organized at work, being part of a workforce and making things happen. So we have Ten of Pentacles, Nine of Rods. We're seeing a progression. We're seeing making money, spending money, acquiring responsibility. But what's our other card here? Ah, Two of Cups. Two of Cups is possibly the best card when it comes to relationships. It's a sign that you're with the right person, you're forming a great partnership, you're forming a great life together, and that's awesome. Now, right here, so today looks like well, if you're looking to buy a house today, it's the day to do it. If you're looking to make a cohabitation agreement with someone, like let's move in together, that's today. There's a lot of that energy abounding. But Nine of Rods is reminding you that it's a lot of work. It's a lot of responsibility. It's almost overwhelming, and there's sort of a forest for the trees moment, like you can't see the forest because you're stuck in the trees. So there's a little of that. There's a little bit of, yes, you really want this Ten of Pentacles. You want the money organized and above your head, and you want strong foundations. You want the castle on the hill. You got it all figured out and planned out, and you got your partner you want to be with. You got it all good to go. That comes with responsibility. It's sort of a one-way ticket. And the Ten of Pentacles, the young child, and that's sort of reminding you, are you ready? Are you really sure? Because once you go in, you're in, and there's no easy way back. There's no, oh, never mind. So these are serious. So don't offer your partner marriage or a house or things if you're not really, this is not a casual kind of day. This is a day of big decisions and big energies and big consequences if you are cavalier about that. So take the warning of the child, sometimes out of the mouth of babes, that this is not a joke. It's not like, oh, wouldn't it be great? Or if you say let's move in together, they're ready to move in together because your partner knows that this is real and that they're just waiting for the signal. So we have that going on today. We have, now, if you choose to move in, if you're doing this, you have a great partnership. It's a great time to do this. It's the time of your life, so don't waste this opportunity. Sometimes we only get one shot in a life that you have the right person, the right situations, all these things line up. And if you let fear or your childish insecurities rise to the top, you're going to be lost. You're going to lose out big. So I would be willing to say that it's either jump or fall. Either jump across and get what you want to get to, or fall off the side of the cliff. How's that for a morbid analogy? That's an Edward Gorey kind of vibe to all that situation. So I like what I see today, but I have to tell you, there's a little bit of warning. That child's energy saying, hey, don't be talked to something you don't want to do. Don't be forced into a situation you're not ready for. Flip side of that warning is, if you're ready for it and it's all set up and this person wants to be with you and they offer you a great reality and they want you to be with them and they have it all figured out, the finances are set, they're ready to make this big commitment to you, to a life, and you don't take it seriously, don't come crying to me a year from now. Why didn't where'd my love go? You chased it away. Sometimes, and I do a lot of phone readings, Lord knows I hear from people that are heartbroken because they made a mistake. And that's how life works sometimes. It's not everything is repairable and not everything is changeable. So if you're in a situation where it all looks good and it's what you want and it's what you've been looking for, and you decide for whatever reason, just bad feelings, or you've been poorly informed by other people, you have jealous friends, or whoever might get in front of the situation and change your mind for you, you're going to be yelling at them a year from now. So take this thing into consideration. This is a great day for opportunities. They have to be seized, though. Opportunities are like fancy tropical fruit. They're really nice, really exotic, really sweet and tasty when they're fresh, but they get rotten really quick when they're left to get rotten. So I won't be any more poetic than that. I'll leave you with rotten fruit, Beware the rotten fruit. And I'll see you around midnight. As always, with a new posting every day. I'm here every day. I'm almost like I live in your house. Sort of. I'm haunting your home. Let Joe Netherworld haunt your house. Good night.